I wanted to get um, I wanted to get a bunch of these dubs I've been getting people to do and put them onto a record. And I thought about Smokescreen. I thought that'd be a fun idea for it. I actually pitched it to Brian, and Brian put me in touch with Tanasa, right?
Oh yeah.
But and that kind of rattled around on the floor of somebody's car for a year until it got kicked out to the street. So we're like,
Right.
okay, we got to find somebody else. And then Eric Crucial with Blackbird was talking about putting it out, and that kind of got kicked around for 6 months to a year. Yeah, maybe it was not as long as that. It just felt like forever. Like we got this record that's finished.
Mm.
We just have to have someone put it out. And then I reached my point of frustration, which I always do, and that's fine. I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
So
How did you decide on the 8 dubs that are on here?
that was a Brian one. I'm like, Brian,
Oh,
I love all these freaking dubs so much. There were like 19 to choose from.
It was a giant pile that we
Yeah.
had to, and there was a lot of heartbreaks
Oh
that
yeah.
went
yeah.
in there. But
Mhm. Yeah,
yeah,
I think I might have submitted 2 or something. I don't remember, but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean I've had numerous people do numerous dubs of numerous songs.
Mhm.
So there'd be like 4 different dubs of each tune
Yeah.
because I like the tunes that I wanted to do. But I gave it to Brian like, okay, this is the lifeboat. I'm sorry, I don't want to kick anybody out of the lifeboat. You can be,
The bad
cold and
guy.
calculating and
I
kick
did
them
the dirty work. Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Well, it's
Be my
great though.
bad guy.
But
It's
here's the thing, like the stuff is like all those tracks are going to come out eventually, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. And it's great. You did a great job, Brian, because we were talking a little bit before you jumped on the way that you make all the tracks flow into each other. So it kind of just sounds like one long thing. That's like one of my favorite things about this LP, actually.
Yeah, it's really cool. That's one of the great things about, you know, having a physical copy of something
Mm.
because you're not going to get that experience on Spotify,
No,
Mhm.
yeah.
you
You
know.
kind of can't, even if you try.
Yeah, I've tried many times doing the crossfading thing for people, and there's always like a boop or
Yep. There's a hiccup. No
yeah,
matter what you do, there's like a hiccup. And you know what? You just mastered something for me yesterday, and I almost asked you to do something like that, and I'm like, I already know it's just gonna not do
yeah,
what I want, no matter what Brian does. So it doesn't matter. You might as well just separate them.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, that's probably one of the cooler things about this is one, all the dubs sound very cohesive and kind of part of the same project, and they all literally flow into each other in such a cool way that's really unique. You don't really hear that on a lot of like dub records either.
yeah,
And it's meant to be listened to side by side,
Right,
yes.
right. uh,
like a record.
yeah, exactly. Should we go through all the tracks and just
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah. That way you can cut them up later and talk about,
totally.
each thing.
Yeah, and we can pick your brain a little bit about each one of these. So side A, the first tune is Let's Dub, which is Let's Dance by David Bowie. Probably one of the better, I shouldn't say better, but probably one of my favorite Smoke and Mirrors like live tunes that you guys do.
Mhm.
It is like your guys' version of Let's Dance is super, super fun. So yeah, you got Victor Rice doing the dub version of that one. So how did you get Victor involved with this?
Um, I almost had him play bass on this track too, but Mark Lynn, I told him I was doing it, QMax 420, and original singer from the Slackers, and he was like, "What? You're doing Bowie? I need to play on this somehow. I need to do it. Send me the track, and I'll do something and send it to you." So he sent me the bass part, and he hit it note for note because it's iconic.
Right.
Like there's so much stuff that brain fart. Who's the writer? Not
Oh,
Bowie.
oh,
Of
but Nile Rodgers.
Thank you.
yeah, yeah,
Nile
yeah,
Rodgers. Yeah.
Like Nile Rodgers bass part. You have to do the Nile Rodgers bass part.
Yeah.
Like it's almost as iconic as just saying the words "Let's dance."
Yeah.
If you don't do those things and get the piano going ding 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 ding, like
Mm-hmm.
the other is the horn string, like you got to get that section in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a banger. And it's a great dub too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people, when you play it out live, people are like, "What?
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is dope."
it
Yeah.
blows people's minds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the record or with the band. Once we go, oh, let's do some Bowie. What if? And then we just start it and people are like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember the first time I heard your version of Let's Dance, and I got immediately jealous because I thought I was the Bowie reggae guy, and then
Oh,
you
yes.
you came along and did a way better version of any of my Bowie tracks. So yeah, I love that one.
I have a Bowie story that kind of relates to this. I never really got Bowie.
Mm.
I got to say that until Curtis showed me Bowie
Mm.
in the studio. He was like, we were working on I think it was Lost at Sea. We were working on that record in a Tascadero, and he's like, "Oh, I want it to sound like British." I'm like, "Cool." As an engineer, you're like, what does that mean? You want it to like have tea? Do you want it to like have a little crumpet?
Right.
Yeah. And I was sort of pitching stuff at him, and he's like, "No, it's not like that." I'm like, "Okay, well then we got to go to reference tracks, unfortunately. So we had to copy somebody." He's like, "Oh, cool. Bowie." I'm like, "I hate Bowie. I don't get it." He's like, "Oh," and then it was like 14 hours because he was like, "I'm not letting you, that shall not stand."
Yeah.
And, by force, now I totally get it. But,
Yeah.
you just, with a lot of things, if you're unfamiliar with it, you got to sit down. Like I was familiar with the hits,
Mm-hmm.
but I was not familiar with the deep stuff that Curtis was going through that day.
Yeah.
Which really explained the sound that he wanted. So if you listen to that record, you can hear some of the Bowie influence.
What's great is Curtis is another one of those people that's like, I need to be on this. I'm like, well,
yeah,
I don't have anything left for you except for, well, one of the most iconic things. So you get to say "Let's Dance" with all the
That's awesome.
So like you get a record credit, buddy. You're on this.
Yeah.
So that's Curtis singing the little refrains.
He's one of them. Yeah, I am. He is. Chris is.
That's great.
Basically, everybody that like recorded on it that had a vocal mic too. I was like, just go. Let's dance. Come on, just throw it in there.
Totally.
Because I don't just want to hear one of them times 5. I want to hear 5 or 6 different people doing it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's kind of how it is on the original track too. It's like it's like a crowd of people singing that. Yeah, that's great. Well, I mean, I'm surprised to hear that, Brian, about Bowie, but I was kind of a late comer to Bowie too. I was like famous, like for the longest time, I was just like, I mean, what did he do? Like Rebel, I guess, like whatever. But yeah, I don't remember how it happened for me, but like, man, Bowie hit me like a truck when it finally clicked.
Yeah, once you kind of, you have to really sit down with it,
Yeah.
And check it out and it was great to have a curator walk through it too.
Right.
Like someone to kind of explain it. Oh, it's because of this, and Curtis is really into Bowie.
Wow. I didn't know that.
He's really into Elvis Costello too.
He's really into Elvis Costello, and he's also the guy that really showed me, again, same thing, Beach Boys.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Yes.
Because again, a lot of people check out the Beach Boys, and then you really don't know until you know.
Beach Boys are a lifelong education.
Yeah. Beach Boys Deconstructed is amazing. Anytime you can hear like the vocal
parts,
you learn so much from it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, on this one, so I had Brian Jordan and Agent Jay Nugent, on guitars, and they both did that part. But if you listen to
Like the
what
lead, like the Stevie Ray Vaughan part. Oh,
the
that part, yeah.
yeah, they both did it slightly differently,
Mm.
but the two together make the Nile Rodgers part.
Wow.
And also, once we put the right delay with the right time on it, because it has to be just exactly right. Like,
It's got to be 80s.
yeah, and Nile, like, I mean, yeah, if you think about Nile Rodgers could do the same thing like the Edge could do, where you can take four notes and turn it into the arpeggio, or it gets thicker and thicker with every repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a cool TikTok channel or YouTube channel, whatever your poison is. It's it's a trans gal, Ellie, I won't remember the name, Ellie something, but they are the guitar player for Erykah Badu.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's cool.
And it's a really good channel for they go through all the Nile Rodgers parts and all the James Brown stuff.
Love
And
it.
it's all two things. And you think it's one thing until they, oh, look, I just did something.
Happy birthday, bro.
Oh my gosh, that happens every time we're on a Zoom call with you.
Right?
So you
I am
trigger
not
some secret Zoom hand signal that
Yeah.
causes
that's
things
funny.
to happen.
Anyway, check it out.
I'll try to find it. Yeah.
Ellie, yeah, if you can just put it's
Ellie
right down
something.
here. But yeah, it's a really great channel for checking out guitar parts.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So speaking of guitar parts there, Brian Jordan, I only gave him two instructions because he knows it up and down. He just knew this song. But I was like, if there's two things I could say, and that is Stevie Ray meets Prince.
Yeah.
And like, I'm choking up, man. Every time I hear the first time I heard that guitar solo, I did not change it. I did nothing to it. I just put it in there. I'm like, okay, fuck me. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, you could just listen to that guitar solo that he's playing. And just like how Stevie Ray always killed me, Brian just like took it to both levels that I needed it to go to. It was amazing.
Yeah, I always remember tripping out when I saw Stevie Ray Vaughan in the credits for that album. I thought it was like a typo. Or I was like, there's no way it's the same Stevie Ray Vaughan, right? Like, there's no way.
Like,
But,
oh yeah, it is.
yeah.
Well, Stevie Ray with the whole album too, like putting out Fire with Gasoline, that theme to Cat People.
Oh, it's so good. I love that song.
God, it just kills.
I like.
could
There's
play
an
it over and over.
There's an alternate version of it, of that song that I think is better than the album version. It's featured a lot. It's featured heavily in Inglourious Bastards, that Tarantino
Yes.
movie.
Yep.
That version that I think he did that with Giorgio Moroder too.
Yes, that was like the theme on the movie, in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Super cool.
And
Well,
the last thing about it, I can't let this go because it takes this way over the top, and that is Chris Dowd sings four harmonies and lead vocal. And he's like, I have to sing that Bowie song. I have to sing Let's Dance. Because I let him hear the like what I was already building with my vocals. On all these tunes, I always sing all the vocal parts and then take them away as I add other people's vocals.
right.
But once he heard the first demo and I sent it his way, he's like, I have to do this.
Well, lucky you. He's an extremely good singer.
Kills it. Yeah. Oh, and he was just saying that he would like all the Fishbone guys on tour back in the 80s, like he probably forced them more than anyone else, but they all listened to Bowie on the tour bus.
Yeah, Chris Dowd might be my favorite of your stable of singers. He is
one of mine, that's for darn sure.
Yeah. He's fantastic.
All right, we got through one song.
Yep.
Oh, not to forget also, Alex Gonzalez did so much percussion on this whole tune too. Like, you'll hear timbales everywhere and hand percussion all over the place.
Nice. Yeah, let's talk about the second tune. You got Dubby, which
Agent
is
J.
Yes.
Agent J dubbing out that tune based on an amazing Tom Petty song. Is another fantastic Smoke and Mirrors cover that you guys do.
Yeah, that one also really goes off live like crazy.
Big time, yeah.
When people already know who Tom Petty is, that so of a certain generation, they're like, no way, really? And
Yeah.
like once they hear the organ and guitar doing the dueling lines, the question and answer back and forth, you gain people in the audience, and they
Mhm.
get more and more into it as the song progresses.
Yeah, pretty like epic guitarist and organist you guys are having to live up to as well with Mike Campbell and Benmont Tench, right?
Yeah,
It's those guys are as like uh formidable of a duo as any organist and guitarist that have been in any band. And you guys nail it when you guys play that tune.
well, anything I put to Brian Jordan, he just like always exceeds.
Yeah.
So don't get a big ego, Brian. No. No, he really does. And he knows what I'm talking about. As soon as I say the words, he's like, oh, yeah, I love that tune. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just knock that out. And
Mm,
I'm like, okay, yes, thank you. I won't do anything to it. You just nailed it, and it's in there now. It's part of the song.
mm,
Antar Martin did bass. Blake Coley did drums.
mm.
Blake, oh my God, we could do a whole episode just on Blake. His taste and his knowledge and like the depth and breadth of his knowledge of reggae styles
Mm.
is incomparable. Like
Yeah,
he,
in this tune, you kind of have to be because it kind of switches up so much,
yes,
right? Like
yeah,
the feel kind of like switches back and forth
yeah,
so often. So you do kind of need like a great drummer for that arrangement that you guys put together.
yeah. Blake always gets the call when I'm like, I'm going to switch this up between three different styles. Is that cool? He's
Right.
like, yeah, no problem, man. I got
Right.
this. And let's see. Brian Lockrum's. We're speaking of Monkey. Brian Lockrum played trumpet. Um, Rebecca Jade also
Mm,
sang all those backing vocals.
mm,
Like, oh, if she wasn't so busy singing with everybody, I would be like, please come and record 7 more songs for me right now, like today.
mm.
Yeah.
She's so good. Again, it's one of those things where I hand off the tune with my stuff. She sends me back her vocals, then I delete my stuff
Mm.
because I don't need to hear myself anymore.
Yeah, another great member of your stable of singers,
Yeah.
for
San
sure.
Diego's finest.
Yep.
And there's always Kevin Baby in there. Buford's in there too.
Mm.
Andrew Bauer. Andrew did like rhythm guitar on 2/3 of the songs I did while we were all locked up. Because he was at home and I was in my shop and we couldn't really go anywhere. So it's like, hey man, give me something to do. I'm losing my mind. Okay, here it is again. Wow, another one? Yeah, another one. You're on 27 songs now.
Mm.
And then Chris Dowd did this one too. He
Wow.
was like, let me do a whole album. I'm like, we will. I just got to give someone else a piece too, man.
Yeah, Chris is his register sits right in there in the
It's
right place
perfect.
for Petty too. Uh,
Yeah.
he's he's one of those guys that can just kind of believably slot right in to so many like of these great songs, and he doesn't sound out of place, or he doesn't sound like he's like trying to do an imitation either. He just
No,
sounds really
no,
natural.
it's not forced, and it's like he has a massive range, and he makes it his own.
Yeah,
Whatever it is, he just makes it. Okay, now it's Chris Dowd.
right.
Now that's his song.
Yeah.
I think I got everybody that was on that one.
Okay, so the fourth track, uh, Fade Away dub, which actually that was the one I got to dub, which I
Yes.
was really stoked on. That was like probably one of the first dub tunes. Like, I can't remember prior to that the last time like someone else reached out to me to dub something of theirs. Like, it wasn't like a track I made or whatever, which was kind of like the whole point of me starting Black Market Dub. Was like, oh, if I just show people I know how to dub, eventually people that need dub will reach out to me and, like, get me on their stuff. I think there'd maybe been a couple, but this was definitely like the one. This was probably my first dub appearance that I was like the most excited for. And I didn't quite, I remember kind of not quite, I remember being kind of overwhelmed because, John, you sent me like basically every track. So I had to submix down stuff myself. So really, like, the version of this that appears on here is like completely unique balance compared to what you have for the regular version of this song.
Yeah.
So it was just, I did all the drum mixing myself, and then I pared that down to a single channel, or I might have been a pair of channels. And even then, like, the dub itself that I did is like, it was early on in my time with the current console that I have, so I was still kind of learning how to use that board. And it's, I think there, it's controversial, but in the dub world, but you're not really supposed to like use mutes as much when you're dubbing. And I did on that one, not because it was like the way I did it back then. It was because I just kind of liked the sound a lot, and it worked out really well. And it doesn't sound, sometimes when you do that, it can sound kind of like sloppy. You could like miss like a cue, kind of like you could miss things, and it could kind of sound like half cut off a little bit. Like, using the faders and actually using them is kind of a much more natural sounding way to do it. So it's funny, like, revisiting that one from years ago, which is I just approached it in a way I never would now. But I really like the dub. I think it turned out really cool.
Well, it made Brian's cut.
It did. It made Brian's cut.
What's wild is that the other one that I also just love to death is it's gonna be out on the digital release in a couple of weeks. Stephen Jess Borth, that Brian had referred me to as well. Both your versions are like, just, they haunt me, and I could just play them over and over, and that's it. That's why it made the cut, because we could just listen to that.
Yeah,
I could listen to it for an hour just straight through. I'm sure it would drive my wife crazy.
Yeah,
but it's so freaking good,
Yeah, it's kind of it turns into kind of a spooky tune when you dub it out. Who's the original artist for that, by the way?
Junior Biles, right?
Junior
Junior
Biles.
Biles, yeah,
Okay,
he just
cool.
passed recently.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Yeah, super fun one.
You guys could probably go off on a little story tangent, but me being introduced to you, but then I think I reach out to you without any introduction, like, hey.
I think so. I think you were like just in our comment section or something for when we were doing the live stream show during COVID, and you just would pop in all the time. And I think Brandon knew more like who you were and like what you did, and I had no idea. I was just like, oh, it's the guy from the comments.
Well, I thought it was great because we were listening to you. Kevin and I were sharing you with Unsteady at our rehearsals. I'm like, dude, did you hear the Beach Boys one? Check this out. And like, just making everybody listen to it through the PA where we're supposed to be rehearsing.
Right.
So you already had a fan of like 7 people in San Diego before you knew that.
Trips me out. Yeah. Somebody, I'm forgetting who said it to me, but a producer engineer I met years ago told me every single song you put out into the world is a lottery ticket. And it has like a life of its own, and you never know like where that song's life is going to have, like in some weird country or with some crazy group of people. Like, you never know.
Oh yeah,
But
hearing your Beach Boys dubs and your Bowie dubs and the
Mhm.
Clash dubs, I'm like, well, this is all within my wheelhouse.
Right.
Then at the same point, like, damn you for doing that,
I know.
damn you.
Yeah. Well,
But
I
at
felt
the
the
same
same
time,
way.
like,
I felt the same way because you actually like got people to sing them, which I never took that extra step.
well, yeah, it was instead of having to like find the 5 to 6 figure licensing deal that I
Mhm.
don't have money for, why don't I just call everybody that I know on the planet? The
Mhm.
other is, why not reach out and ask anybody and everybody? And the worst they can say is no. And I'll
Yeah.
give my wife that for going, come on, just ask them, you know?
I don't
So
want to. I don't want to put my thoughts on tape about my use of samples. I'm just gonna, just for future possible
his new name will
court
be Gray
appearances.
Market.
Yeah, exactly,
Oh,
exactly. Um, oh, I skipped Brian. We skipped the third track.
oh
Was
yeah,
that
reasoning.
Reasoning.
reasoning?
It's okay. We can cut it up so that it's in the right order.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, Brian.
yeah,
So reasoning dub is a dub robot mix. Dub robot dub.
yep.
Yeah.
What
See
can I
see that
say?
nepotism? He gave himself the dub on that
God,
part.
I swear, if Brandon was here, I would never hear the end of it. Of skipping
Nepotism. Yeah.
skipping someone else to talk about myself. Uh,
um. Yeah. Let's see.
yeah.
There it
How
is.
did you guys? Oh, that is the dub?
That's what it was done on.
Hell
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
hell
Yeah.
yeah. How did you guys get to know each other? By the way,
You want to hear the story?
sure.
Do it.
It's super punk rock.
Mm.
Um. Well, Unsteady was a collaborator with Mobtown for sure. We
Mhm.
were like, you know,
We're in the
in the
family.
'90s. Yeah, we're all playing the same stuff, and we played a couple shows. It was in the first couple shows that this happened. We were playing again. This was the '90s, so you play weird places. We was out like maybe in the desert somewhere, maybe in Palm Springs. I just remember desert air,
Mm.
and I remember the venue. It was a weird show, and John, they Unsteady was opening for Mobtown for some reason,
Mm.
and the PA got all scrambled up, and there was a sound guy with a ponytail, and he was scrambled up too. And John gets on the mic and just goes, "Fuck this, no PA." And then he just hollered over the band, and the
Oh,
guy went
whoa,
home, and then we did the same thing. And
whoa,
I think we just played instrumentals that night,
whoa,
Mhm.
and it was a party, and it was no
Yeah.
PA
Yeah.
whoa. That's
because if it doesn't sound good, this is when I first realized this. You just don't need to use a PA.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, just tell everybody to quiet down a bit until
yeah.
we're all playing with each other like it was rehearsal.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And that's one of the great things about being in a ska band is like you kind of don't need a PA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if you got
Yeah.
horns, I mean, horns are loud as
And
shit.
if you
Yeah.
can scream like me,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And then and of course. Yeah, and it was a great show.
yeah. I mean, a
Eh,
horn is one of the few unamplified instruments that could probably compete over a drum set if you needed it to.
Yeah.
Like it could do it if you can
And
play.
I remember going up to John after the show and I just said that was so badass. He was
Wow.
all pissed off.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, that was me. You know, that was my resting bitch face. I was just, always on the edge at that
Yeah.
point.
I didn't realize you guys went back so far. I had no idea.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Way back.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
wild. there's a theoretical timeline where I could have met John when I was 13 or something then. That's wild.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. I met Curtis when I was like 13. I remember
That's
that.
right.
Curtis
Yeah.
was in the studio all the time, and we did some wild dub robot shows opening for Monkey a couple times at like
Yeah, totally.
Hoover's or whatever.
Yep.
Um, yeah.
That's the thing. It's all part of this extended family. That's the other reason to like do this record is to just like all the records to get. I mean, crap. I don't even remember how many people are on this particular record, but I
We
think
counted
there's
at one point. It was a ridiculous number.
It's like 100 people.
Yeah.
well, it's over 30. I know
Yeah.
that.
It feels sometimes when I look at your album credits, John, I'm like, there's like 100 people here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What it looks like.
So, for reasoning, Emilio was playing drums. Emilio Martinez, his drum sound, he totally hits that 80s roots mark,
Mm.
where like
Yeah.
rack tom, floor tom, and a timbale on the right, where the other rack tom would be. And I think if you've been around long enough, everybody knows that,
Yeah.
right? Like that timbale comes in handy.
Hmm.
Brent Ford was playing bass, and Brent had played with Unsteady. I always would call him for something that required 5 string because some things I want the B string to be there, and it really makes it strong.
Mm.
Robert Sotelo on guitar. Robert's like you hear him and you know it's him.
Mm.
Total signature sound. You know, he's like coffee Heath bar crunch. You're like, oh, I love that. Give me some more of that. And like whatever he does, be it dry or affected, he would send me a dry track or an affected track of the same track.
Mm.
So direct and then one, with what he's trying to do. And he just adds so much flavor to the mix. Kevin Baby on the organ, Buford on trombone and trumpet again. It's
Yeah.
with him, it's like I'll just say, here's a line, or you play whatever line you want, and then I'll harmonize to you.
Yeah.
And he does the line, and it's like, well, that's just perfect.
Mm.
Should I even play on this?
Is
Oh,
that typically how you guys write? Do you come up with parts, or does he usually come up with parts?
I'll usually have something, but then I'll leave it open and go, do what you will.
Mm.
And if he makes something like, for instance, on Reasoning, he pulled out wah 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 wah
Mm.
wah 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 wah. Like that was him doing a little solo lick between verses. I'm like, that's a freaking horn line, dude. I have to harmonize to you on this.
Mm.
I didn't tell him that. I just did it.
Mm.
So like, okay, there's our second horn line then. Fine. That's part of it.
Yeah.
Brian, do you have anything you can speak to about like your approach to like dubbing, like for Smoke and Mirrors tunes, or just even just your approach to dubbing in general for like a dub project like this?
Like get into the technical weeds or the artistic weeds on this one?
Either.
Yeah, so I mean, dubbing for me is like you want to create a totally new experience, right? And I really like the dub records that show more of the song. So it's
Mm.
sort of like a behind the scenes kind of thing
Mm-hmm.
where you're like, you pick out a percussion part that's been buried or you pick out something. And that works for it. It totally depends on the source material, right? If that's there, that's how it's going to go.
Mm.
Yeah.
If it's not there, then I'll switch my focus, just to creating a completely different arrangement of things.
Right.
Right. And then a third technique that I use is just doing it and adding something either before or after.
Like a new instrument or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So like today, I did a dub for a client in Michigan and I put over here this pedal steel on it
Mm-hmm.
because
Wow.
it kind of sounded kind of like a country song a little bit. And I was
Hmm.
just like, so, you know, you just bring a little bit of that out. And I was just like fooling around with the pedal steel. And then I was like, all right, lay this down. And then now I have more to work because there wasn't really a much to work with.
Hmm.
Like, 'cause it was just like a 3 or 4 piece thing.
Mm.
Hmm.
And
That's a really like old school way to approach it too. Like back in the day, they would take a dub and then bounce it down and then have a track open and then use that open track to, yeah, they would a lot of times what it would be like a güero or
Oh,
like
totally.
a
yeah,
Yeah.
tambourine
put
or some like
something really
obnoxious.
outrageous on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop
Yeah.
a kabasa and a
Exactly. Yeah.
vibro slap and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's super old school way to go about it. I like that.
Yeah, because the whole idea was to make something different or something to chat over or
Right. Right.
just something ridiculous, you
Hmm.
know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that will make your head snap on the dance floor. Like, what
Hmm.
is this?
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then the last song on this side, Motive,
Yeah.
the
Mm,
dub by Roger Rivas, who,
mm,
I mean, Roger Rivas, the Agrolites, those guys, I mean, probably some of my earliest, like, true musical heroes. Like
totally.
tripped me out when I was 13, 14. I mean, Brian, you probably introduced me to them.
I
I don't
did.
even remember. I'm sure you did. But even just like being a kid that age, being that obsessed with a band like that, and then knowing that you actually knew them, it was like he told me you knew like Led Zeppelin or something. Like
Yeah.
it was like they were like a huge deal to me and like kind of all my friends too. Like all my friends around that time period who were into reggae, like um yeah, dude. I mean, Roger and Jesse were like ginormous rock stars in our brains. And they still are.
Yeah.
Uh,
Someday soon, we're going to have a thing where Roger and Jesse are on with us talking about stuff too.
that would be
Because
amazing.
they've got stories upon stories. Because
I'm sure they do.
they say lots of things to me about, like, you know, we were teenagers, or like, John, you got me in that bar and you got me free beer and I was
Mhm.
underage. I'm like, oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
I led you to ruin. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and the thing about anytime uh Roger does a dub, the crazy thing is like he's just as like adept and has just as much style uh and like technique as a dub engineer as he is you know when he plays organ, which is saying a lot because he's like a world-class piano player, organ player.
And it
Um,
sounds like his dub too.
It does. He has a really
Yeah.
signature sound. It
It's
sound
that West finger.
yeah, it's his gear, it's his like technique. It's just like everything
Yeah.
he brings to a dub. It's like, and it's really old school sounding too. It
Yes.
sounds like pre 75 dubs,
Yes.
like
Yes.
early kind of dub type of style. So I don't know. I love that about all your stuff that you have him uh so involved in so much of your music.
It just needed that. Like, Blake again on drums. At the time, I think Blake had moved. He was going through lots of like health stuff he was dealing with. And he's like, man, I don't have my drums set up or my recording set up. However, I just sampled myself. I just recorded myself on a ton of stuff. I can build me
Mm,
for this song.
I see.
So this was all him having sampled himself and sent me
Oh, wild.
his own created drum track for this.
Franken drums.
And it's freaking epic.
Wow.
And put that with Victor Rice on bass.
Hmm.
He's like he's the king and master. Don't get a big head. No, no. He's like so good at that minimalist style of getting exactly what is needed and not too much. He's not playing lead bass. He's playing bass and it is locked in.
Mm,
And I mean, if you listen to it by itself, that's what makes the dub so good, is you get to hear him doing what he does by himself
hmm.
as well in certain parts of the song. then Roger's playing organ and keys on it too. So like he knows exactly everything that he's already recorded. So he's going to like tease out even more out of it in his own dub version of it.
Right.
Let's see. Noe Santana and Robert Sotelo on guitar. And again, like he gave that like, oh gosh, brain fart.
Okay.
You may not have a car at all.
Mm.
You know, driving in the back, sunroof top.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Oh, come on.
I know.
I don't know that tune.
I'm blanking on it. We'll remember it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Superfly, the same guy.
Oh,
that did
it's
The Curtis
Mayfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Robert just pulled off straight up Curtis Mayfield.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is exactly what I wanted. You knew what I wanted without me having to say anything, and it's just perfect. And it makes dubbing it so much more fun.
I guess while we're on this one,
and let's talk about the vocalist.
Oh,
yeah, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're gonna get there. Hold on.
Okay.
So me and Doug did horns. Then I got Andy Guide from Slightly Stupid and asked him to play trombone. He kills it. Then he's like, hey, I hope you don't mind. I slapped a flute track on. I'm like, holy shit. If I could have asked for a flute part, this is the flute part I would ask for, because
and Andy used to be in John Brown's Body, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I think he also did Wise Monkey Orchestra.
Okay. Right.
Pretty sure.
I remember the first time Brian started sending me flute parts. It blew my mind.
Oh, it's fantastic. I just love flute, man.
Yeah,
flute is the shit.
I remember just being like, "Are you sure?" And then I listened to it, and I'm like, "Yes, that's awesome."
Yeah.
I
mean, damn, Anchorman for making flute questionable, but then it's also it's funny.
It is funny,
you know. Yeah.
I have many leather-bound books.
Yeah.
So yes, sorry, I know. Now we have to hit the person that kicks it in and ties it together with her lyrics. I sent her this rhythm.
Yep.
And she just perfect. This is what I want. I can't have it any other way. This is fantastic. I want to do a whole album like this. And then of course she did a whole album like that.
Yeah.
Kelly DiFilippo.
Oh my God. I mean, if you don't know, one of the greatest, I mean, if not the greatest.
Yeah.
Like she is fantastic. Yeah.
Loving Poppers. If you don't have those records already, you should be buying them right now. And
I always, whenever I go to the East Coast, I try to find them or, book a show near them so I can go hang out or whatever. And we got some good hang time in this year at Supernova. And
I know you did and I didn't.
I know. Man. Yeah. It was great. She is definitely one of my favorite people to listen to, hang out with. Like
I definitely need to get her on a couple more tunes if ever she has the time. Well,
also she helped me with the liner notes for this record. I wrote them.
Yeah.
And we kind of did them together.
I should have known you wrote this.
Yeah.
How did I not put that?
Well, yeah, it was a group effort.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Kelly is. I mean, for me, it's just like the perfect thing, right? It's like I always tell her, it's like telling secrets over heavy rhythms. That's what you do.
And like, Andrea, every time the tune comes on, every time Motive comes on in whatever version it is, Andrea's like, damn it, now it's going to be stuck. Well, I'm going to wake up with this in my head.
She writes like serious brainworms.
Yes.
Yeah. And the lyrics are insane.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, speaking of other versions, while we're talking about this one, we should totally talk about the DM Khan version on the same record on side B.
Yeah. That's how good it was, is that Brian is like, okay, 2 of these stay in the lifeboat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and
And a tribute to DM Khan is that he makes what, 3 in a row.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is cool. I honestly I think that's kind of cool.
It just flows the way it needs to flow.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Because ultimately, when I was curating this, it came down to the flow,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And just like what goes into the next one, what's going to be the best experience.
hmm
That's what it was.
Yep.
And he's rad too. I mean, his whole studio setup is so sick. I'm probably most envious of his setup of anybody in our orbit.
Plus, he's straight up DIY.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
yeah,
does it all, man.
Straight up DIY.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
You
just like
guys, I have to unfortunately go.
no worries,
I'm getting text messages here that I have to take care of.
you're good. We don't have much left anyway. We can finish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, we'll just knock out.
Yeah,
sorry.
all good.
It's my crazy life is
Understood, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I get it, man.
I got to
All
Love you,
good.
baby.
parental supervision now.
No
Yep.
worries, man.
Yeah.
Take care of your business.
Okay, awesome. Good to see you all.
Yep. Thanks,
All right.
Brian.
Well, let's see. So great dub vibe. Victor Rice mix.
hmm
Um, so Dunia and Mark, Dunia
Right.
did the lyrics for it,
hmm
and I basically just gave her like a title for a song and said, "Hey, I want to have a song that is talking about bridging the divide between two different sides, even before the massive amount of division we're now experiencing."
I know, right? I mean, it was bad enough back then when you guys were writing this song.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess it's prescient. It's evergreen.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Like
Yeah, sad to
doing all
say.
the stuff, doing all the stuff that I did for the first album, and then being like, I wish it wasn't valid now.
hmm
Fuck,
Yeah,
it's more valid now. Damn
yeah,
it!
yeah.
I'm not John Stradamus. I don't want everybody to have this as the new reality, but it is.
It is. Yeah, unfortunately. Um, yeah, and gosh, yeah, Victor Rice too. He's another one who just like um has a really signature style to his dubs too.
Yep.
Like is a really like kind of like drum and bass focused kind of dub
Yes.
engineer.
Yes.
Like you really hear like the rhythms are like first and foremost, and lots of like fun. It's just I don't know, for me as someone who has tried to carve out my own kind of style. Like it's like when I listen to Victor, it's like he is like so different from like the way I approach stuff. His dubs are a lot like cleaner.
Yep.
They're more just kind of rhythmic. He just kind of rather than like over relying on like effects or like delays and reverb throws and shit like something like I would do.
Yeah.
He more just is like playing with the arrangement more. Like
Yeah.
he's just taking stuff out, putting stuff in, and that is kind of more the way he like finds his way around like a dub palette. Which I think is really cool because I don't really do stuff like that. Or I mean, I do, but like every dub engineer does, but he makes it like his like calling card. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's
Right. Well, he has. It's the same with his bass playing too, though.
right.
He has this economy,
Yes.
and that economy gives it the greatest quality and the greatest oomph.
Yes.
It just hits you harder. Also, when he's dubbing stuff, he'll find a little detail that might have gotten missed, or that might be hiding in the mix.
Right.
I'm
Right.
like, oh, I even forgot that was even there. That's right. There was a percussion part.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Mhm.
Now it's a new song. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. Yeah. I mean, it's like some of the people you get on these, man. It's just like it's like a coup. It's like you have on paper some of the best musicians from the best bands of the last 30 years. Like all on the same song.
But it often feels like it's like only you and I know that.
Sure. But you know
I
what?
mean, it's sort of like the best kept secret. You know what? It's let's see, wait. Back to the Future, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
In 30 years, you're really gonna, man, you're gonna love that shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, when I'm dead, people are gonna dig this record.
Yeah.
This will be
Yeah.
worth so much on eBay. It's gonna be
The
great.
the crazy thing too about all your records is like despite pulling from so many different people and styles and musicians who do things their own way and all this stuff, they all sound like smoke and mirrors, which is wild. Because I can imagine like if I tried to do a project like this, and I mean like smoke and mirrors, not just
Yeah.
this record, but like it would just sound like the biggest grab bag of nonsense probably by the end. Like I don't know if I could. You have a way of keeping it all really cohesive, which I strive for in all the music I produce too. So
Well, my thing too is that I come from the land of live sound,
right,
so I'm always thinking of what's going to make the whole band sound the best. People often would hire me as a sound engineer over the last like 30 years, um, because they don't even realize that I'm a sax player,
yeah,
which is good because I think being a saxophonist and singer, I'm not playing favorites with the kick drum.
right,
I'm not I'm not like, well, I'm a frustrated guitar player and you're going to hear a lot of guitar,
hmm
or like I'm a drummer, you have to hear all drums, or I'm a keyboard player, so it's going to be 14 cents.
yeah,
Like I just want to hear the whole group or the whole song, whatever it is, it has to serve the song.
right,
If it doesn't serve the song, it has to go away, even if it's me. Which is fun. Like, wow, I just got rid of all my horn parts and my vocals.
yeah,
I'm not even on this song now. But well, okay, that's all
right.
right.
Okay, we're down to 7 minutes. I'm sorry it has to be like
No, no
this.
problem.
We're
I
gonna do
think
this. We'll do this a different way next time. I promise.
let's
Um,
see. Well, Motive. So DM Con's version of Motive. Um,
Scroll
the
on and
DM
Mystic
Con
Man.
mix of Scroll On By. This is amazing
Yeah,
because
this song always hurts because it's a little too real. It's too true.
yeah, yeah,
For all of us who live in the digital age, all of
yeah.
us musicians who have to contend with being content creators. Hi, how's it going? Um, like,
buy,
oh
buy
man,
my shit. Buy my shit. Yeah,
yeah, it's tough because you speak pretty directly to the futility of what it feels like to be a musician in this day and age where you have to be a dancing monkey on the internet as well. You can't just play music anymore. You have to do all this other
right.
dumb shit. Um,
Yeah. I always say it wrong, so we have to get it right. But
mm,
unique piece.
yeah.
I piece unique.
Mm,
um, from Eastern Standard Time. I'd known Eastern Standard Time for decades, and when he became the singer for that band, I'm like, ooh, this band is bumped up even more so. This is
mm,
amazing. I love this. I'm like, let me ask James, the drummer, McDonald, if I could get Unique's number. And he answered and said, sure, I'll do it. And I played him the tune with my vocals on it. And he sang and did a couple of harmonies, and it's ridiculous. Also, Ali Kolota sang on it from Stop the Presses.
yeah.
And the register of her voice with his voice, it's so huge.
Yeah. She's great
Like the
too.
choruses are just freaking huge together.
Yeah. She's excellent too. Um,
Oh, last one, Mystic Man. Felipe Maxado
mm,
did an English version. There's also a Portuguese version that he did, which I'd love to put out at some point.
mm,
Um, so Felipe was referred to me because I was asking for someone that could sing in English or Portuguese. And Victor Rice is like, well, I'm in Sao Paulo, and this guy is the guy. Give him a shout. And he also plays guitar.
mm,
So he sang on Mystic Man. I loved. Now this isn't the Peter Tosh Mystic Man. This is the Undivided Roots Mystic Man,
mm,
which was originally it was Undivided Roots. I got to hear it Mystic Man, this version from the band 3 Plus. I used to play in a band called Pahana, and I was kind of like one of the Howleys in the band.
Mhm.
Big like Samoan and Hawaiian fan base reggae band.
Mhm.
They played in Portland, and the DJ played the 3 Plus version of Mystic Man. And then I went and saw 3 Plus play. I think we played a show with them. And I'm like, I just freaking love this song. I had to look for it and find out that it was originally Undivided Roots, and
Okay.
then do my version, which is kind of a mashup between the two.
Amazing. So, John, as we close this out, what are how about just some like big picture thoughts on Smokescreen, the record, what you want people to take away from it? How do you feel about this record after the last couple years it's been out there?
Well, now there were only 200 physical copies made. I've got one, you've got one, Brian's got one. Only certain people have one.
Yeah.
Each person on the record, I
Yeah.
think, has a copy of it too.
Yeah.
So there aren't that many out there. But now we're finally putting it out digitally, and the 5 tunes that couldn't fit on vinyl that are still
Oh,
magnificent
right.
mixes
Mhm.
are going to be out in the next like week or so.
Amazing.
And I'm really stoked about that because I really want everybody to hear all of these.
Amazing.
Just the concept of it, the artwork, and the cover of it too, and the vinyl itself being like a freaky smoky green,
Yes. Yes.
Gatorade-ish color is.
And if you're an escape patch nerd, like some people are, this is a little bit of a collector's item now.
Yeah.
I actually have a couple copies of this. So
Ooh,
if anybody
look at
really
you.
wants one, hit me up because I've got a couple I could spare, but this one's mine.
I only have one copy for myself.
Oh wow, I have a couple actually. So if anybody
No,
needs
you're
one,
better than me, man.
yeah,
You're double the market right there.
yeah. Amazing. Well, John, this was really fun. Thank you for doing this. I guess we should leave people with, if you want to, well, you can't get this at Escape Hatch Records, but there are, dozens of other releases that people could go get at escapepatchrecords.com.
Yep.
The whole Smoke and Mirrors back catalog, Black Market Dub Christmas album on there, tons of amazing singles. Like a huge part of the back catalog of Liquidator, all those records are on there.
Yep.
Satanic Puppeteer Orchestra records on there. Tons of really, really fun stuff. So don't sleep on Escape Hatch. Don't sleep on John and all the great projects he's up to. escapepatchrecords.com.
And you can also check out, the thing with Smoke and Mirrors is there is no band, or there is a band.
Yeah.
So you can see the 11-piece version of the live band doing a bunch of these tunes. At some point, you'll also be able to see, like we've done in the past, where you see a 4 or 5-piece combo where we do live dub versions of this music.
Amazing.
Which is really fun. And we're always working on getting the multimedia happen at the same time, because the whole point is pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
That's right.
Check out the videos. Every single one of these tunes has a video that goes along with it, synced in real time. So I want you to have the whole experience. I mean, pull out an air freshener, look at a record, watch a video, and get all the senses covered.
Amazing. All right, John. Well, thank you. We'll do this again sometime.
Thank you, sir.